Good evening on this wet and windy Monday night. It's time for the ILFL Soccer Night Show with me, your host, David Joseph. Good evening. I've got a full complement of guests to surround me and support me this evening to discuss all of the results that happened from last Monday, Thursday, and yesterday's events. League games, cup games, it's all happening. Plus, we have our chairman here this evening, Mr. Cameron Zaman, to talk about a new venture that Hawk and Eagle are involved in now. That's something that you're going to hear about a little bit later. But first, let's not waste any time. We're going to have a look at the results from yesterday. It was the League Cup quarterfinals sponsored by Tower Hamlets Homes. And here are... Oh, you know what? I've just heard that we can't show you the results, so I'll just have to tell you. You're going to have to put up with my face telling you what's happening. 4 ties, 8 teams taking part, battling it out for a place in the semi-final, and some good quarter-final matchups we did have. Ace beat Redcoat by 3 goals to 1, so there you are. First Division 1 team through. Crusaders beat Lotus. Should I say beat? Might be say smashed Lotus. 5 goals to 0. 2 Division 1 teams through. Reach Out lost to Beaumont by 2 goals to 1. Which one's the biggest shock there? The Crusaders, the Beaumont? We'll discuss that one with Rash in a little while. And Stepney versus London Tigers, part 3. Stepney drew 2-2 with London Tigers, but then couldn't beat them in the penalty shootout that ensued thereafter. And the Tigers beat them by 4 goals to 3, getting their revenge for the Champions Cup tie that they had a couple of weeks ago. So like I said, you heard me talk about the fact that which was the biggest shock, and you also heard that Rashid is in the house. Good evening, Rash.
Evening.
Well, all right, are you going to say to me it wasn't really a total surprise to you?
To be honest, Reach Out were the favourites. They're having a brilliant season. We know what they're capable of. The only thing we had advantage is we played them twice in the league. Once we'll beat them, so we know we could be beaten. The problem with Beaumont we had is the players turning up, getting a full squad, and everyone turning up. In the last 2 weeks, we had a little discussion amongst the players, and I said, look, this is getting serious now. With AU fighting relegation, performance don't look good enough, results are looking bad, it's getting embarrassing. So we did have a little get together, and we said, look, let's try to start off this Sunday. It's not about winning. Get together, get the full squad, and I think they showed the seriousness. And 2-1, to be honest, in even the first half, we could have had 3 or 4. Reach Out won at the best. And I think Beaumont took the advantage. We got the early goals, 2 goals. We could have had 3 or 4, but the keeper made some excellent saves. In the second half, they came back, but we weathered the storm and kept, kept shut. They scored 1 goal right at the 5 minutes end of the game. But I think it wasn't convincing, but I think Beaumont deserved the win based on the performance on that day. But for me, it's good to see the full squad. We had 4 subs. We had about 10, 15 supporters, seniors coming out. I think that was a feel-good factor for me, that the team itself are taking it more seriously now because we're in a dangerous position. Yes, it's nice to be in the cup. For me, it's about performance and basically fighting relegation in the league itself. So for me, it was good result all around yesterday.
It was indeed. And maybe Reach Out, going off the boil a little bit, didn't have the best of league fixtures a couple of weeks back as well, going down to Lotus, I believe, recently as well. So a bit of a blip for them right now. We'll have to wait and see when they next turn up on a Sunday. Crusaders 5, Lotus 0. Shaquille, I know you were at that game, and I know you've been one of those that have been watching Crusaders quite regularly for us. But a 5-goal mauling of Lotus.
Yeah, I mean, it was quite one-sided. Well, Lotus were 3-0 down in 15 minutes, and then there were 10 men down, there were 10 men as well. So the whole second half, they were playing with 10 men. The performance from Lotus, I was really surprised because it was very flat. They normally play, I know they're slow starters, but it was really flat. They was playing against the wind. The wind didn't really help. But Crusaders, they wanted to get more than 5. They were hungry. Every time they went attack, they looked threatened. Lotus didn't really have much players, and they didn't have much subs either.
I mean, why do you think that is? I mean, we're used to Lotus. I mean, everybody can have a blip. Everybody can have their ups and downs from one week to the next. But like you said, it was a really, really poor performance from Lotus. Or was it just the fact that Crusaders were so hungry, so up for it, that they never gave Lotus a chance?
I think it's Crusaders, the first half, first 15, 20 minutes, I think they just wanted to just kill the game off. And they did. For the first 15 minutes, it was 3-0 up. And Lotus scored to 10 men down. It's not easy, especially against Crusaders. They got energy players, they got pacey players as well. and it was quite difficult for Lotus. So my second half for 10 minutes, it's a difficult game afterwards. You're 3-0 down.
Staying with you, Shax, Ace beating Red Goat by 3-1. When Ace are on form, they are formidable and they can take on anyone, can't they?
Yeah, I mean, when Ace is on form, on fire, they can beat anyone, and they're a real threat. And that's the only chance I think Ace got. I know in the league they have a bit of chance, but Crusaders, I think they're going to win the league. But I think this is, for them, if Ace wants to win something, I think it will be the league.
Rash, normally the winner of any tie between Stepney and London Tigers would make the winners probably favourites to go all the way and win it. Not necessarily so.
No, because I think that obviously you mentioned it was the third time they're playing. I saw them play 2 weeks ago when they played the Interleague Champions Cup, but the same score, 2-0, but Stepney won it on penalties 4-3. This time it's the reverse Tigers, but in between that they had a league game and Tigers. So I think the Tigers have got an advantage over Stepney at the moment of time. They're just about scraping over, but I think the lineup we have for semi-final should be interesting. Got some good, fixtures and the teams participating. But I don't think other teams will fear Stepney and Tigers, although they may be favourites. But it should be interesting in the semi-final. It's
interesting you saying that because I'm trying to transfer what happened in the cup into league form now, and we're looking at Stepney, London Tigers, Reach Out, Lotus, 4 teams who are heading the Premier Division and. Neither team...
No, that's right, because Lotus, I saw them play against Stepney. I thought they were brilliant, but they unfortunately lost 2-1. The week after, they killed Reach Out, basically, which was a shock itself. And Reach Out, I thought, for me, one of the favourite teams, but last 3 weeks, they can't pull out results. Stepney and Tigers, I've seen them 2 of the matches. They weren't at their best. Yes, they're scraping through again penalties, but both teams are struggling in form. And these 4 teams, as you said, are going for the Premiership Championship, unless the pressure's on or they can't, too much pressure on the team or the players. I don't know, we'll have to wait and see.
We'll have to wait and see what happens with that. There were league games that took place yesterday as well. Not many, but there was one in the Premier Division. Can't show you on the screen at the moment. We've got a technical glitch, but we'll sort that out in the break. Leytonstone, valiant effort from Leytonstone, trying to make a show of it because they know that their position is perilous. But they went down by 4-3 to the up-and-down team that are West End, who are sometimes great and sometimes not even there sometimes. But valuable 3 points for West End. It keeps them afloat and away from all of the trouble that Leytonstone find themselves in at the bottom of the division. And we'll have a look at their tables a little bit later to see what kind of mess they're in. In the first division, Stepney B went down by 6-2 against Seoul Youth, and Stepney B's early season promise is beginning to fade now. They might have been up there as maybe top 2-3 in that division, but Seoul Youth are continuing to be dominant, and all they can do is win their games, but they are running out of games now. Seoul Youth Crusaders have heaps of games in hand on them, and let's see what happens with the rest of that division. In the second division, there were 2 games. AMY beat Tower Hamlets by 3-1. Be interested to see AMY on the show next week. Hopefully we'll have them on the show and they can talk about their first season in the ILFL League and how they're doing. They're still in one of the cups and doing very well. St Catherine's, well, there you go. Double figures against West End Reserve, 10-0. That second division is turning into a right old tussle, probably even more exciting, if not equally as exciting as the Premier Division itself. We'll have a look at all of the tables in Prem First and Second Division a little bit later on. But now I'm going to turn to my right and welcome Chairman Cameras to the show. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, David.
Good evening. You're here represented and also with another representative of Hawk and Eagle who's in on the show this evening. Good evening to you, sir.
Good evening to you, David.
It's all change with Hawk and Eagle. Not so much change, more of an expansion and a growth.
Rebranding, really.
A rebranding. Who's going to take the lead and tell us
This is Koyes, our vice chair, so I'll let him take the
Koyes, nice to have you. First time on the show.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about what's going on with Hawk and Eagle. Who are you now?
Okay, first of all, pleased to be on your show. Great show. Watch it every time.
Excellent.
Now, yeah, Hawk and Eagle. So we've restructured, rebranded. We've got a new setup now, taking the club forward, basically. So we've got Cameras is still the chair, leading, heading up Vision. I'm now the vice chair, and we've got other members joining our team. So we've got the First Division team, the Open Age team. We've now got a vets team as well. who play on Thursdays. So,
That's right. We highlighted that a couple of weeks ago on the show.
Absolutely, yeah. So we're just taking small strides, but you know, we have visions and trying to achieve them.
It sounds like more than a small stride. Maybe you're being just a little bit.
Yeah, we'll keep it quiet at the moment. It's do it first and then show after. I mean, that's the motto. So we'll take steps. But yeah, I mean, we've got a new sponsor now, Phase Group, who are behind us, supporting us, Hawk and Eagle Properties. So the setup is there, the structure's there. It's just passion for football and taking it forward.
And pleased with how the first team's going?
Absolutely, absolutely. So we've had a win last week. Last week, yeah. So yeah, the Wolves pulled it around, and we're all there supporting it. Myself, cameras, and other members. So I think the unity and passion taking it forward. I think the guys will be there.
To stay in the division would be a successful season, and then push on from there. And
Absolutely,
who knows?
You've got it there.
Wow. Good thing you're not moving into the Olympic Stadium. That would be all over for everybody else then, wouldn't it be? Listen, we've got everything else to talk about. We've got the Vets League to talk about in the next session of the show. Statsman Nanu is not here to discuss it, but I'm sure everybody else will have some input into what's happening there. We're also going to have a look at the fixtures that are upcoming tonight, Thursday and Sunday as well. And also to remind all you vets out there, Cup Week is coming soon. We'll give you more information on that in the next section of the show. So stick around. We'll be back after this short break.